Good morning, everyone, and welcome to your Week 1 Monday Morning Breakfast Bite and to BUL3564 Legal Aspects of Managing Technology. I am Dr. Eldridge, and I will be teaching this course for you this semester. Now, with that said, I have some links that I'm updating right now, but I wanted to go ahead and get started. You can expect these Monday Morning Breakfast Bites each Monday or Tuesday if we have a holiday on a Monday. And what they do is they're just my way to connect with each of you as if we were in a regular class setting. And it gives me an opportunity to get that one-on-one feeling and to fill in the blanks, because sometimes there may be directions and we need to elaborate on something, or maybe there's something new that we're adding to the mix for some reason, and I will email you as well if that happens. But this is a forum that I can use to connect quickly with you and just go over the materials so I can make sure everybody is on the same page and that everybody's heading on the right foot for their weekly assignments and whatever you have going on that week. Now, with that said, I want to go ahead and first start with you taking a look at the syllabus, please, because the syllabus has a weekly assignment schedule on it, and it lists what the assignments are throughout this modmester, so you know what to expect and where we're going with the course. Then, after you're done with that, take a look at the introduction folder, because in the introduction folder, I list information that elaborates on key points in the syllabus. One of the key points I do want to point out is that you need to save your assignments in a Word document, not a PDF or some other document, in a Word document, because when you attach it to the folder, when I'm grading, I often grade on the assignment itself, so it's really important that I be able to do that. It's not as easy to do with the PDF, so please go ahead and make sure you save your assignments as a Word document. Now, with that said, if you go down, scan down, you'll have also some additional action items in the introduction folder itself. One of them is to review the email etiquette document, because as we know, we live in an email tech world because you're in the technology field. And sometimes we may say things in an email that we could have said differently if we were in front of the person, or we might say differently if we had taken 5 minutes to, just take a breath. So let's make sure that our emails are professional, discussion forums are professional, and that we keep it that way. If you have a problem with regard to your team or a teammate or a team member or anything of that nature, contact me and let's see how we can work through that. Introduction discussion. Please introduce yourselves to me as well as your fellow classmates. And tell us a little bit about yourself. Don't just, I'm in this program, I'm graduating this spring or next fall or whatever. What are your hobbies? What are your time constraints? That's very important with regard to this class. Obviously, any class that you take, because we do have a team assignment in this class, and it's divided into different deliverables. Then take the syllabus quiz. You can take the syllabus several times. You have to score 100% on it. So once you score 100%, you move on in the class, and that syllabus is that quiz is the only one within the course itself that you can take more than one time. With that said, we will move on to the Week 1 folder. Now, in your Week 1 materials, you are reading certain chapters. You're reading Chapter 1 in the open source licensing text, and you're reading the introduction in Chapter 1 in navigating social media and the legal risk text. Now, with that said, you also have a Week 1 assignment. You're looking at the Week 1 Monday Morning Breakfast Bite, so you don't have to worry about that. You have a Week 1 PowerPoint. You want to pay attention to what's in the PowerPoints, because that material is testable as well, and so you want to be aware of that. You'll notice that I have sub-modules within each folder. One is listed lecture and supplemental materials, and the other one is homework. That way there's no question about what do I have due this week. Here's your homework. It's in the homework module, so you can take a look at that. Now, one of your homework assignments is to brief a case. I am updating the link for the Brief the Case tutorial, and that will be found in the tutorials folder by tomorrow. But the case that you're going to be using is the Exempleware versus Versetta case. I also, though, go through in the Lexis tutorial how you actually look up a legal case, and I use the Exempleware case as an example of that. You have your Week 1 discussion, and in your Week 1 discussion, you're actually going to be posting in your initial posting, defining social media, your understanding of the manner in which it can be utilized as a marketing tool. Respond to another student's posting in no less than 150 words. Your initial posting is due by this Thursday at 11:55 11:55 and your response posting by Sunday at 11:55 p.m. So let's be aware of those. Now, as you look through the syllabus, you will see that you have a team project this modmester, and you also have an individual term project. Now, the case brief writing assignment sets you up for success with regards to the individual term project as well as deliverable 2 of the team project. So we'll talk about that as we go on. We'll also have a WebEx meeting probably in week 3 in order to prepare you for the individual term project and talk about any questions you may have regarding the term project as well as possibly the team project. So with that said, also if you look in your week 2 folder, and we're going to scan over to that real quick. You see me looking to the left because I'm looking at my side screen. For that week, you have the team building and exercise with the team building and expectations form. So that is the start of getting everybody on the same page. So by the beginning of next week, teams will be assigned, and you'll know whose team you're on. If you would like to be on a particular team with a particular person in your class, the teams are going to be made up of 3 to 4 people each team, and so if you do want to be teamed up with anyone in particular, you both or all 3 or whoever you're being teamed up with, everybody needs to let me know. Okay? Alright, so with that said, you guys have an awesome week 1. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to contact me. I am available to answer questions. We can have a Skype meeting, we can do WebEx, whatever you need to do if you need some additional attention or clarification at any particular point. Okay, again, have an awesome week 1.